and online, through online platforms. We are not just seizing drugs, we are also dismantling the cartel's logistics and their finance networks. Just recently, DEA agents in Miami seized over $10 million in cryptocurrency directly linked to the Sinaloa cartel. In Omaha, we seized numerous handguns, including machine gun conversion devices, along with 40,000 fentanyl pills in a raid that was run by a locally based polydrug linked to a Mexican cartel. Just recently in Chicago, multi-state takedown in Indiana, Kentucky, and Arizona resulted in the seizure of 59 illegal firearms possessed by serious violent felons, along with 74 pounds of methamphetamine, 11 pounds of fentanyl, 11 pounds of cocaine, cash, and 23 individuals who were arrested. Every seizure demonstrates the reach the cartels have throughout the United States. Make no mistake, the cartels are operating in every corner of this country, and so are we. At this point, we'll take questions. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Administrator, I would like to get your perspective on what exactly is driving this, but I also have an off-topic question for the Attorney General in response to questions, comments that President Trump made a short time ago, just a few moments ago on the South Line. He said that he would support you releasing additional credible evidence from the Epstein investigation. Is that something that you are open to doing? He said this just a few moments ago. Let me take that first.
This today is about fentanyl. This is about a wall of people right outside this room who have died from, I appreciate your question, but this today is about fentanyl overdoses throughout our country and people who have lost loved ones to fentanyl. That's the message that we're here to send today. Nothing about Epstein. I'm not going to talk about Epstein. Go ahead.
And so to your first question about what's driving this, clearly it's driven by profit. It's all it is. Mexican cartels are driven by profit only. These are business decisions. Everything we talked about today, whether it's how they're smuggling across the bill and the innovation they use to get it across the border, also the attempt at, quite frankly, during the 4th of July holiday, we think it was a concerted effort that they flood us because they thought there'd be less law enforcement working at that time, and they sent as much as they could across the border into numerous cities. Didn't work out well for them. Also, the decision to start making methamphetamine pills, business decision, like any other company in America. They look at what is wanted, unfortunately. Taking a pill has a lot less stigma than shooting a drug in your arm, snorting it, smoking it. But that makes it that much more dangerous because it's less threatening to our young people who, again, from a national security standpoint, that 18 to 45-year-old men and women, that's who makes up our U.S. military, and we're losing them at historical rates. That is not what we can allow to continue, and that's what we're here to fight and continue to fight it. Yes, ma'am.
On topic question. On topic, you spoke a lot about seizure numbers, but of all the actions that you took over that weekend, can you talk to us about how many individuals are going to be facing criminal prosecution, not simply just being deported, perhaps, arrested and sent?
Everybody arrested in this will be facing. This is a serious amount of drugs.
Do you have a number?
Well, I don't off the top of my head because it was in multiple cities, but I think most of pretty much at every place we're talking about. I don't have the exact number.
And to jump in on that same topic, minimum 10 years in prison for almost all of these defendants, some 20, some 40, depending on the amount of drugs, the type of drugs, the level of drugs. Go ahead.
My off-topic question
Sure.
for you, Attorney General. Today on social media, President Trump made allegations about mortgage fraud against Senator Schiff. I'm wondering if you can comment on that and whether or not that issue has been referred and looked at.
Yeah, I just was told about those comments walking into this room, and we don't comment on whether there is or is not a pending investigation. But thank you. Anything else on topic today? Go ahead.
Madam Attorney General, on this matter of fentanyl, which is a priority clearly to the DEA, Department of Justice, are you confident you're going to still be here to execute this because there's so many people calling for change at the Department of Justice?
I'm going to be here for as long as the president wants me here, and I believe he's made that crystal clear. It's 4 years, well, 3.5 now, right? We've got 6 months in, and it feels like 6 years.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was with Director Patel this morning, and we are working on fighting violent crime. We are working on all these issues that we deeply care about to make America safe again and get these drugs off our streets. We've been working on this since my really last 2 years. Fentanyl was coming on the market when I was State Attorney General. And now, with these cartels, it's coming back, it's coming in more than ever, and the border has stopped that, but we're going to catch them and we're going to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
Yes, sir.
Madam Attorney General, is there disruption at the leadership of DOJ and the FBI with your relationship with Dan Bongino that is affecting the operations of the DOJ?
No, I'm not going to talk about personnel matters. No, I was with Director Patel all morning, and we are committed to keeping America safe, making America safe, working with our incredible partners at DEA, FBI, ATF, U.S. Marshals, to do everything we can to make America safe, and that's what we're focused on. And today, we're focused on protecting our kids. And I would ask all of you, when you leave, go look at that wall outside, right outside this room, of all the fentanyl deaths, all the faces of fentanyl that you have done an amazing job putting up. Thank you all.
Deputy Director Bongino.
So following up on that.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
I wanted to follow up on that question. I think the American people have a lot of questions about your relationship with the Deputy FBI Director. Do you believe that he should stay in this role?
I'm not going to discuss personnel matters. I think we all are committed to working together now to make America safe again, and that's what we're doing. Only on topic, guys. Go ahead.
First of all, I believe when you're in a public forum, you can choose or not choose to answer any question, but I don't believe it is your right to ask us. Restrict those questions. That said, I will keep this on topic.
Thank you.
How can you keep America safe again when the president's budget for 2026 cuts DEA by $212 million and the FBI by $500 million? Do you support those cuts? Do you think they will harm your capacity to fight crime?
Well, it won't. That's a great question. It won't harm our capacity to fight. I'll tell you that. We can always do more with more, but we can do more with less, and that's what we're committed to doing. The big, beautiful bill also adds a tremendous amount for us in combating especially the drug crisis, billions of dollars, I believe.
I think it's $500 million.
Yeah, let me see, 3.3 billion dollars in the big, beautiful bill to combat drug trafficking, support the prosecution of immigration matters, and gang-related crimes. So that crosses all agencies as well. So that bill will greatly help us as well, in addition to the budget. We also have a $3.5 billion reimbursement fund for state and local agencies that are enforcing the Immigration Act, drug and human trafficking laws. And human trafficking is also something we're not talking about today, but is very, very important to us. Yes, there are billions of additional dollars in addition to the original budget. So that was a great question. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I think that's
Ma'am,
all.
the president said today you would release credible files related to Mr. Epstein. Are you prepared to do that, and when would you do that?
Our memo, today, our memo speaks for itself, and we'll get back to you on anything else. I haven't seen all of his statements today. Thank you.
And how would you respond to the MAGA base that has expressed a lot of frustration about this?
We're going to fight to keep America safe again, and we're fighting together as a team. That's what's so important right now. You know, we've got a war on drugs. We've got a war on human trafficking. We've got cartels in this country, and we are going to do, we've got foreign adversaries around this world as well. And we're all going to work together as a team to fight to keep America safe again. And I can tell you that's what we're all committed to. Thank you. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for, please show these pictures today. Thank you.
If anybody needs B-roll, there's B-roll, especially of the cucumbers, the thing I talked about, some great video of that. If you need it, Shanaz, we can get that to them. So there's plenty of it, yes.
So is there anything new on Canada? The president has talked about with respect to tariffs, the fentanyl concern from Canada. Have you seen anything recently that would be useful for the public to know about fentanyl from Canada?
I can just say that I myself have met with Canada, but I'm going to leave the rest of that to the president on those. But we've met and had discussions, at least on 2 different occasions.
And we're going to do everything we can to keep every border safe, not just the border in Mexico. And the reason we wanted you to look at the cucumbers, I've never seen anything like it. There's a video of it that they'll get you. But when you took the cucumbers out of the box, they just look like a normal vegetable crate. And they even changed the packaging and the shape of the kilos to fit underneath the cardboard where it was virtually impossible to detect, but they did detect it. So, and some of these new funds will help us with technology to continue to take these drugs off our street. Thank you all, and thanks for covering this.
Can you get us the number of charged individuals charged?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
we can do
and
that.
they can get you the time they're facing too, whether it's 10, 20, or 40 years, depending on the bills. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.